we tell stories? That's kind of going to be the sort of the theme of today's video. I am Alexander Gorngahans, and I suppose today I'm feeling a bit Morrissey in that I thought I had a job and then I lost a job, and now I'm back on universal credit and I am feeling very fucked indeed. Yes, and I've also got the tail end of a really rather wretched cold. So, hence my voice being even more nasally than usual. I have been watching a lot of telly. I watched the first series of Porridge. I am now almost 4 series into The West Wing. I have nearly finished watching Goodnight Sweetheart. And I'm going to be watching The Great Escape today, so that's good. Fortunately, I don't give the slightest shit about spoilers, because pretty much everything I have watched, apart from Jaws, I have had spoiled for me, because I am someone who generally doesn't give a shit about watching things before they come out. Okay, you can't do that, but I don't give a shit about being one of the first and oh my god, I must get the thing and see the thing, and no, I'm just like, hi, I'm here doing my own thing and I like doing my own thing, and then if I want to go and watch something, I go and watch something. You know, I'm not like everybody else who is like, oh my god, adverts for a thing, I must go see the thing so I can talk about it with people. I'm just like, no, I don't care, there are reviews. So, yeah. Incidentally, enjoy Rogue One and Doctor Strange and the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, or whatever the fuck. The things have come out that I will be watching at some point at a much later date once I have seen all of the spoilery things of spoilers and Shire. Why do we tell stories? Because you see, of late, I suppose I've sort of lost my creative mojo. Partly, this was just, the kind of fairly typical, panicky, oh my god, the phone is gonna kill me because I've read fiction, no! That happens periodically. Oh my god, I write fiction and feminists don't like it. I'm going to be murdered at the gates of hell. It's bullshit that makes no sense and it happens periodically. But it's not just that. I mean, even my ability to create vlogs, to create videos has been hampered. I mean, I know you people will not have noticed this so much because I had quite the backlog and I had been, sort of plopping them out one by one as needed. And I think, in fact, I've still got sort of one there. But the point is that I was putting out like, 4 or 5, and then, maybe one would get through. You know, I've not been feeling it creatively at the moment. And I think the reason is that somewhere along the way, I lost it. And I mean, I say somewhere along the way, I know what happened, and what happened was Trump. Because up until that moment, I knew what world we lived in. I knew what reality we lived in. I knew what sad track to oblivion we were in. And now we are on course for a different kind of oblivion. Now we are on course for a much different kind of world, I am not I am not just some, sad act on the internet, stalked by a bunch of irrelevant trolls. Rather, I am now a sad act who has been basically dragged into the revolution by the new enemies of global liberty, because it seems the alt-right are now actually a powerful force for, danger in the world. And that utterly baffles me. That utterly baffles me. And this is why I haven't been able to make good fiction, good to make good videos, because it all just degenerates into, but they're rubbish! They're rubbish! These are fucking idiotic prick-faced bullshits! They can't do anything! I mean, it's like fucking Harpo Marx has decided to take over the world and he's winning! Like, what? How is this happening? How the fuck is the Mr. Bean of the politics world taking it over? How the fuck did that happen? How the fuck are these bloody buffoons winning? And the answer is, of course, because neoliberalism has let buffoons get into power. The answer is, of course, that a bunch of selfish, slimy, greedy, careerist, egocentric fuckwits have clogged up the system of politics with their careful, calculated, gutless whinginess that actually having someone come along who doesn't give a fuck and is just like, I'm going over there and I'm gonna do this. I don't care what you think, because I'm gonna do a thing. And it's like Destiny of the Daleks. You have the mechanoids and you. Actually, no, I don't think it's the mechanoids. But we're gonna go with the mechanoids because it's the same principle, I suppose. You have this race of of robots who have been fighting this other race of sort of like cyborg robots, and the Daleks and the mechanoids have been fighting for ages, and they've been locked in this complete war, and the reason that they can never get anywhere is because each side is smart enough to predict where the other side is going to go, and they cut them off at the pass, and nothing ever fucking happens. Right? Each side is smart enough to know what the other side is going to do and counter it, but not smart enough to do something that the other side won't be able to counter. And so you end up in essentially a gigantic game of keep away between these two great powers that are like, no, you're not getting it, no, you're not getting that, and nothing ever happens. And that's been politics for the last 20 years. For the last 20 years, nothing has fucking happened. Right? This is why liberalism has happened. This is why leftyism has happened. This is why we have got gay rights and we've got increasing support for trans people and stuff like this, because nothing is happening, and so it's like that's the sort of meaningless stuff that can happen when nothing is happening. Like in the days of Clement Attlee and stuff like that, you had the founding of the NHS, you had the toppling of empires, and nowadays what you have is a bunch of super smart money grubbing careerists who are saying, all right, I'll do this, but you've got to give me that, or you've got to do this, and you've got to give me that. And so essentially what we got was, okay, gay people can be married. We'll have more support for trans people. We'll see about legalizing drugs. We'll make progress on all these lefty fronts. But at the same time, what you've got to give us is less regulation on the financial industry. You've got to weaken the unions, and it's a game of keep away and trading, and it's all very smart and very calculated and oh so very boring, and nothing fucking happens. It's just a gradual tick, tick, tick. Capitalism gets worse, social equality gets better, income inequality gets worse. And that's what's been happening for the last 20 years. And then Mr. Bean turns up. Bloody Donald Trump, like the alt-right and Donald Trump, they turned up like the Doctor on Scarrow, and it's just like, here is this guy who is a complete fucking madman, who is an idiot, who does not know what he's doing, and he's just saying, okay, we're gonna go there, we're gonna do this, and I know it's stupid, but I want to do this. And the thing is that all these super smart calculating machines are like, oh no, what do? We can't do this. What? No, wait, no, how do I outsmart this? He's too stupid. And that's the thing, is that he's so stupid you can't predict what he's going to do. Because this is the kind of fool who, if you back him into a position where he is forced to choose between, landmines or accepting free money, he might just say, fuck it, I'm running through the landmines. Like, Donald Trump and the alt-right are insane. They are complete fucking madmen. And they broke me creatively. Because my mind is meant for better foes. Because I am used to cleverer fucking assholes. I am used to facing Blairites and the Conservatives, to facing people who are smart and savvy, and instead what we have is a bunch of fucking morons who think that the way to insult someone is to come up with an insult so obscure you have to fucking explain it to them before they will even begin to give the slightest shit about what you're saying. The Independent is running articles on what the fuck a cuckold is because the alt-right keep fucking going on about it and nobody knows what they're fucking saying. So I've not been able to write, I've not been able to do a political video because every single political video ends up like this, It starts off with me saying, okay, and today we are going to address the fact that the world is fucked because of climate change. Today we are going to address the fact that the world is fucked because Google is a tyrannical media empire that's going to take over the world. Today we are going to discuss the fact that censorship is ruining things. We're going to discuss the fact that China is doing this, that Russia is doing that, and it all descends into how the fuck are the alt-right doing this? They are morons. They are complete fucking morons. But that's how they're doing this. Because they're morons. Because Ned Stark is an honourable man, but he's a smart man. Ned Stark is predictable. He doesn't work by the rules of sadistic fuckwits, but he works by a predictable set of rules. The alt-right are fucking Joffrey. The alt-right are fucking chaotic neutral. The alt-right have no plan. They are motivated by one thing: racial hatred. That's their thing. Like, they actually say, oh well, we're not all for this, we're not all for genocide. Some of us actually quite like Jeremy Corbyn, some of us actually really hate Donald Trump. Some of us think that actually, yeah, we do need to regulate capitalism. Some of us think that we do need to have a proper social security network, and we do need to have a national health service in America. Like, the alt-right are unified by one fucking purpose: racism. They have nothing else in common. They are a spectrum of Nazis, right? In fact, Nazi is too good a fucking term for the alt-right, because the Nazis had an ideology. The Nazis had a political statement, a political point of view. Hitler, as mad and insane as he fucking was, he had the basic fucking smarts to say, okay, if I'm gonna go out before a crowd of people, I need to work on making myself sound less insane. I need to work on sounding charismatic. The alt-right have none of that. The alt-right are just like, I'm gonna go run in the street and stab people saying I want to kill Muslims. Because that's what the alt-right are. The alt-right are morons. The alt-right don't care. The alt-right can't think. And it's like they have taken on, this entire new genre of music. Fash wave. Fascist fucking synthesized music. Because clearly that's the only thing that all these bunch of Sadak nerds who have been spurned too many times by all these other people and secretly have a hard-on for black man's dicks, right? This is what all these people can actually manage to do, is to just work away on their own computers going, we have synthesized music. Well, we can't have bands, we can't have songs. What we have is our computers, and so we will make synthesized music. Yes! Glory to the right race! You fucking morons! Do you know how I know you're morons? Because so many of you are choosing to waste your time on someone like me. On someone who has proven time and time again he doesn't give a shit. Right? I am not a threat. I am not someone who has got power and influence and a support base. What I am is a fucking loner with nose problems who is going to die early due to having fucked up genetics. But no, you're like, we must stalk him, we must surround him, we must spend our lives watching every fucking video just to dislike it, and then he will recognize that we are amazing and brilliant, and he will back down to us, and that will never work. You're wasting your time. It reminds me of fucking World War Z, the Ridica plan. This idea that the way you save civilization is you have holdouts, pockets that are designed just to hold off the zombies by trying to survive, so that the zombies will waste their efforts trying to break down the door and get to these outposts of civilization, because what you want is for the zombies to be distracted. What you want is for the mindless hordes to waste their fucking efforts on the insignificant people. And I am insignificant, and you know that. And yet, still you stalk me. Still, you spend your time going dislike after dislike. And the thing is, it may just be one person. It may, in fact, just be that one poor, idiotic woman who sent me that spider through the post, who is just like controlling an army of software bots that are just like, okay, these will all automatically watch and dislike every single video, and maybe that's the case. I don't think it's likely, but maybe that's the case. But even so, right, if that is the case, then we are dealing with some sort of bizarre Moriarty-esque woman who is like, I will take you down, I will stalk you, right? Like, You're still wasting your efforts on me. Even if it is one woman with an army of bot accounts, that is still effort that is being wasted. That is still effort that is not being spent where it could be, right? You know, even if she has got some grand, fast empire of other bots working on other places, right? Still, this is resources that is not being spent elsewhere. It utterly baffles me how fucking idiotic the alt-right are. And I know that the subject of today's video has disintegrated yet again. But I think this has to go out now just to fucking try and explain what the fuck has gone on and why the fuck this has been such a difficult time, because it all ultimately comes down to the fact that we are now at war. This is the Foley War. That, you know, I suppose if we were playing Civ 5, this is the moment when you know there's going to be trouble and you start pumping out the units. Or maybe you're not even pumping out the units yet, but you're like working towards the wonders or whatever that will help you when you decide to start pumping out the units. This isn't even the calm before the storm. This is you can see the storm is coming. You can see the calm before the storm is coming. And you're like, okay, time to get the crops in, time to start building defenses. It's coming. It's coming. And it is coming. You know. I mean, China seized an American underwater drone. I know. I love the fucking message that was fucking in The Guardian or whatever. That was just like, the Chinese need to give us back our drone because it clearly says that it belongs to us. So could they please give it back? And it's like, you know, America going to China saying, please, can you let us have our ball back? Please, come on, China. You can't let us have our ball back. Come on, don't be bad sports. And of course, there's Trump saying, you know, what China has done is an unprecedented action. And everyone is now like, unprecedented, yes. You should be unprecedented, Trump. Maybe America should unprecedented you. And at the same time, Russia is sending warships into British seas, and it's like, really, Russia, really? You're picking a fight with us. I mean, granted, you now think that you've got America on your side, but really, like, we've left the EU, or we're in the process of leaving the EU. We don't matter anymore. And even if we did matter, we've got fucking Corbyn heading to be, leader of the UK, and he doesn't fancy being in charge. Maybe that's it. Maybe we should hope that Russia will intervene to get Corbyn elected. Oh, fucking hell! It's ridiculous. It's utterly fucking ridiculous that this is the world we live in now. And all I'm really doing to sort of cope with this is watching an awful lot of telly that is set around, sort of the Second World War period, because it's like, Nazis. We're going to face modern Nazis, except we aren't facing people who've got, bombs and guns and stormtroopers. What we're facing is a bunch of sad-act autistic people who've got the word cuck. That's it. That's the might of the new Fourth Reich, is where I will call you a cuck. And if you're very, very nasty, we'll send a spider to your house. I mean, the baby spider, will send it through a third party and it'll be wrapped in packaging. But we'll send a spider to your house. Yeah! That'll teach you for being a damn dirty Jew. Not just, well, your name's Hans. So therefore you're not English. There. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some food. And I'm going to watch The Great Escape. The world is insane. And 2017 is going to be worse. Because then will be upon us the time of the alt-right. The rise of the Untermensch. The rise of the cuck-shamers. The rise of the prick-headed fuckwits. This is going to be the most pathetic attempt at a global war ever waged by any fucking idiotic bunch of morons in the history of the world. This isn't Nazis, this isn't Daleks. We aren't facing a new grand fascist empire. What we are facing is a bunch of sad-act white boys who are really upset that, well, their mummy didn't pay them enough attention. And, oh, that girl, she didn't like me. I was nice to her and I didn't rape her. Why didn't she like me? Fucking alt-right are pathetic as all fucking get out. The most idiotic bunch of morons that there ever did see. Reminds me of how the reason that the Allies actually won the Second World War was because Germany was stupid enough to decide to give Russia a kicking. It's like, maybe that's what's going to happen. Maybe that's how we're going to end up winning the war to come. It's just that Donald Trump is going to be too much of a fucking moron not to antagonize his allies, not to turn on them, not to render a whole ton of militaristic shit upon his head. Or maybe he'll actually be impeached before then. But even then, that's a sign of how fucking weak and pathetic the alt-right are. War is coming. Death is coming. A lot of people are going to suffer and a lot of people are going to die. And I'm laughing now because it's a farce. And it's a farce that's going to get so very many people killed and hurt and traumatized. And if you don't laugh, you cry. And there is no way in all fucking hell that I am ever going to fucking cry on camera for you bunch of fucking morons. And to my left-wing allies watching my YouTube channel, I do hope you will understand and appreciate that you are not among the morons. The alt-right are the morons, and the alt-right shall always be the morons. What a fucking year it's been. What an awful fucking year.
Thank you to all my Patreons at patreon.com for helping to make videos like this possible. If you wish to leave a like or dislike to rate the video for my analytics, that would be much appreciated. Comments are always welcome, though be aware that they will be moderated before being published, so please be civil. If you liked this video, please consider adding it to your favourites, sharing it to your friends, or subscribing. If you wish to help me out or my channels, please consider whitelisting my videos in your adblock software, subscribing for monthly donations through Patreon, or giving a small one-off donation. Alternatively, I have a Steam wishlist for games I would consider let's playing or streaming, so if you would like to see me broken before the Dark Souls altar, or just happen to have gotten a duplicate of a game in a humble bundle, then you know what to do. I also have an official Facebook fan page, Twitter account, Tumblr, Reddit and blog, so you can stay up to date with all of my videos, blog articles and the things I care about. Links are in the video description. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I think that all that now needs to be said is ban all guns, institute universal basic income now, and ensure government is elected by proportional representation. Oh, and also, fuck the racists and fuck the alt-right.